Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of Let's Talk. I am joined today by my co-host, Richard. Richard, say hello.
Richard, robotic voice. Hello humans, calculating optimal conversation parameters. Just kidding. Hey everyone, I'm really excited to dive into today's conversation and keep it as human as it gets. Let's do this.
So basically what I want to do is take advantage of everybody using the internet to Google and ChatGPT and AI, all this fitness and nutrition stuff, and have a conversation in real time with AI so that I could answer questions from a human perspective. And Richard's going to be asking the questions. So Richard, tee up the first question.
All right, I love it. Let's get right into it. So here we go with the first question. What would you say is the biggest difference between having a real human coach and just relying on AI or Google for fitness and nutrition advice?
That's a good one. I think the biggest difference is that you can Google or AI or ChatGPT any question that comes to mind. It could plan a workout, it could plan a diet, but the actual experience of having had a person go through that is not in the computing, right? It's like over the last 30 years, the hundreds, thousands of people that I've coached, every experience, every encounter, every nuance that someone goes through that even they don't realize that they're going through. Because let's face it, most people today are super busy. They are caught up with work, life, kids, relationships, all the things that make them who they are. And they never factor that into whatever thing they are searching or asking when they ask it. So they never factor in their vacation, their work schedule, their food preferences. They ask simple questions like, what's the best diet for fat loss? Or what's the best workout to put on muscle? But they never put together the kind of program that grows with them and evolves with them and adapts to them. Because on this side, you have the ability to see things that they can't see yet because of the experience and because of the human side. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense, and it really highlights the value of having that human touch and lived experience. It's all about personalization and adapting to real life, which AI just can't fully replicate. All right, let's move on to the next question and dive a bit deeper.
Go for it. Richard, what's your next question?
All right, here we go. For the second question, without mentioning any specific program names, how would you describe what it actually feels like for someone to go through one of your transformation experiences?
I think one of the things that we've done, again, if you're watching, if you're listening, if you've seen any of the stuff that we share, pictures, videos, and all of the things that we've collected over time, one of the things that we have done is that we have included experiences that revolve around deadlines, goal dates, timelines, things that people can quantify and measure that they are working toward. Over the years, so many people have always reached out and said something like, I have a birthday coming up, or I have a vacation coming up. And unfortunately, those reasons, while compelling and good, are just not good enough to make somebody do the things that are required to get the kind of transformation that they want. That vacation, they're still going to go on. The birthday is going to come whether they got in shape for it or not. So what we've done is we've tied different things to these deadlines and these goal dates. For example, we just had a photo shoot weekend experience where we curate the whole weekend and make the weekend the thing that people are coming to participate in, not just the event. We take a lot of people to the stage. Stepping on stage for the first time in a bikini in front of people is an event that inspires people or motivates people enough to feel compelled to execute for long enough to see the kind of transformation that they're looking for. So that's just two examples of, honestly, like 15 or 16 different experiences that we curate to help people get the result that they're looking for, get the transformation that they're looking for, but we also tie it to something that is big enough and exciting enough that they want to get ready for.
That sounds incredible, and it really shows how powerful it can be to have that kind of motivating factor and a real tangible goal. It's like you're giving people not just a reason to transform, but a whole experience that makes the journey exciting and meaningful. All right, I've got one last question to really wrap things up and give our listeners that final aha moment.
Give me your last question.
All right, here comes the final question. What's one unexpected tip or perspective shift that you think could completely change the game for someone on their transformation journey?
Narrowing it down to one is tough, but I will say this. Most of the time, people hesitate on even starting because of how rigid or strict or sacrificial they think the efforts to get the kind of transformation that they want is going to take. And what we've tried to do, and hopefully we've succeeded, but if not, we'll try harder. What we've tried to do is kind of like show or portray that all the transformations that we post come with creating flexibility inside of somebody's life. They're programs that are designed to work with somebody's work schedule, social schedule, travel schedule. They're things that we know at the beginning of somebody's journey that are going to be a part of their journey that they're not considering. Most people think that they're going to have to cut everything out and live in the gym and sacrifice their social time. And we come from the opposite perspective. We start with all of those things and then figure out how the adjustments that they need to make to their routine to get the transformation will fit into all of these things. I mean, imagine you say, like, on the weekends, I like to go, to the beach or to the pool, or I have, friend hangouts on the weekend, and then during the week I go to lunch twice a week, either work or colleagues or friends, and then 3 times a month I have wine night, and every Tuesday we have tacos. All of those things can be built into somebody's plan, and they can still achieve not only the kind of results that they think that they're going to get, but far beyond their expectations. So I guess my perspective shift would be, you want to make sure that you find a program that fits into your life, or that fits the things that are a part of your life into the program, and not the other way around. Because other than that, it's just more information. And like we started, you could Google or ChatGPT that. You don't need somebody there to tell you what to do. Does that answer that question, Richard?
Absolutely. That's a fantastic answer, and definitely a game-changing perspective for anyone listening. It really shows that transformation doesn't have to be about restriction, but about making it work within the life you love. Thanks for sharing.
Well, guys, this is the end of episode 1. That's all we have time for today. And I hope you guys enjoyed that we can have a conversation with AI in real time and kind of answer some of the things that it's just not going to be able to answer, because it doesn't have that other side of the element. 2 and 2 can be 4, it can be 5, or it can be whatever you want it to be, depending on what you've heard all over the internet lately. But ideally, we open up the possibility of having the assistance of tools, the assistance of all of the tools that modern technology gives us, not forgetting that the human element or the human component is really the thing that is going to take us to the next level. Richard, why don't you sign us off today?
Absolutely. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in to our very first episode of Let's Talk. We had a blast exploring the intersection of human coaching and AI, and we hope you found some valuable insights and a bit of inspiration along the way. Remember, technology can be an amazing tool, but that human touch is what truly takes everything to the next level. Until next time, keep growing, keep transforming, and we'll see you soon.
Peace out, everybody.